Hey folks, welcome back here to the Biggest On channel. We're here off of Charleston Boulevard and Lynn Lane. We're going to go northbound here on Lynn Lane. Just as soon as we wait for this truck to decide if he's actually going to turn. There we go. Seabreeze Avenue now passing. So northbound on Lynn here, just north of Charleston Boulevard for our friends following along at home on your preferred map app. Lynn Lane, we've done some videos over here before, but lots and lots of calls for service in this area. And I mean lots. There's often reports of gunfire in this area. See it on Ring and on crime mapping. Pulse Point here in the Pulse Point app, if you're not familiar with it, it shows fire, rescue, medical emergencies, fire and medical emergencies in most areas, I think. Pulse Point here does not show police activity because they locked it out after the October 1st attack, 2017. That was Stewart Avenue. We're still going northbound here on Lynn Lane. Stewart named after the First Lady of Las Vegas, first mayor, or mayor's wife. First mayor's wife. Compliments of 7-Eleven Man. Shout out to 7-Eleven Man. This is Battle Mountain Drive, but it becomes Lynn Lane to the left here. You can see the neighborhood in here. Some nicer looking houses, but they're definitely dated, I think, in my humble opinion. Not sure if there are HOAs in here. My guess is no. But some developer came in here and made gazillions of dollars at some point. So we continue northbound here on Lynn Lane now. So Pulse Point here only shows us the medical and fire emergencies, and only rarely will you see any police activity that's mixed in with those. If there's like someone calling 911 from their house, of course you're not going to see anyone from the police show up. And if you do have a crime, good luck waiting for the police to show up anyway. Most of the time, if they show up, it's like hours later, and then sometimes they don't even bother. I know in LA they use the Code 1, Code 2, Code 3 tier system. Code 3 being the most important, lights and sirens, get there quickly. Code 2 is, I believe, no lights or sirens, just get there as quickly as you can, as safely as you can. And then Code 1 is just, you know, whenever you feel like it. I think that Clark County Metro PD is pretty much on Code 1 for all calls for service, in my opinion. Because there's just no sense of urgency or anything here. Unless it's down on the strip of Fremont Street, that's a different story. They will protect the corporations, the corporate casinos, with the quickness, as we used to say back in the day. But not so much anymore. I mean, certainly the neighborhoods, forget about it. I think all neighborhoods outside of the Fremont and Strip Corridor are pretty much Code 1. Show up whenever you want. That's if you want to. If you're busy flirting with some people wherever you are, just go ahead and finish that first. No big deal. Who cares if someone's got their house burglarized? Dumpster right there on the side of the road, totally full. You see that a lot on this side of town. We've done videos out at Summerlin as well as Green Valley down in Henderson, both of which, and Lake Las Vegas for that matter, all of them have not exhibited the dumpsters on the side of the road. Save for some areas of Lake Las Vegas where the homes are still under construction, then they have the dumpsters out there for the construction traffic. But otherwise, they do not. Here on the east side, ubiquitous. Dumpsters everywhere. Dumpsters for everybody. Gonna go ahead and make this right here into this 7-Eleven. Trying to get some fuel here. 2 pizza slices and any Coke or Sprite product for $5 here at 7-Eleven. Well, that's a bargain. Or something. Alright, that guy's gonna back in, I guess. So we will do the same new wraps at Church's Chicken there on the other side of the street. 2 for $4.49 being advertised there. Oh, it's out of service. What a surprise. Always out of service. This side appears to be open for the moment. I will pause it here and be right back. And I'm back, and I'll never understand, I guess, this new generation of people where they just, like, okay, so this guy pulls up in a car, his girl is driving, he's in the passenger seat, playing on his phone, and she gets out, pumps and pays the gas, while he sits in the car and plays with his phone. What is that? I just don't understand. This used to be a Super K or Big K or whatever they used to call it. Kmart over here. It is now going to be converted into another grocery store, I believe I read. I think that's what 7-Eleven man, one of the pillars of our community, said. Shout out to 7-Eleven man. Shout out to member Lance. Thanks for being a member, buddy. You can see wherever it is. Let's go ahead and get out here. There used to be a Kmart sign here. I guess they took it down. No, I don't see it. Yeah, so I mean, this guy just lets his girl, and this isn't exactly a decent neighborhood. I don't think anyone would ever accuse this neighborhood of being decent. But, wow. Times have changed. I'll never understand. Got the green light here at Nellis and Bonanza. And I see that all over town. Like, really, every time I go pump gas, there's always some guy just sitting there. I mean, if that's your thing and you're okay with it, then fine, but wow. I'll never understand it. Heading back east here on Bonanza. You can see the Sunrise and Frenchman's Mountain Peaks. Sunrise Mountain Peak is on the left there. Frenchman's Mountain on the right, dead ahead of us. Was rumored that there was a woman living in a cave up there. 7-Eleven man did some research for our community and discovered that that was a while ago. Doesn't seem to be present day. But still, urban myths are kind of fun in their own mysterious ways, just like you two. They move in mysterious ways. Speed limit in here of 45 on Bonanza. Roadway's in pretty rough shape. It either hasn't been paved in a while, or there is heavy truck traffic that comes over from the mines over here on the east side of town, now passing Lynn Lane the other way, eastbound. And the uniformity of the walls here on the sides of the road, right now they're a little more uniform. It's just the aesthetics of it, right? I mean, if you don't care and you don't mind walls that are all tagged up, gang signs and all that, then great, awesome. I don't know. Growing up, I mean, that was like a way of life. I grew up in the ghetto in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and that was just the way it was. But as you get older, you kind of want to have a little something nicer, right? I don't know. Does that make me a fuddy-duddy? Does that make any of us fuddy-duddies that want a non-tagged wall in our neighborhood? And then, of course, in the west and south side of town, they have trees that buffer in between the sidewalk and the wall. But noise retaining wall, I think, is what they call it. Keeps the noise out from the homes, from the roadway noise out from the homes. This is Mount Hood on the left. Nice stop. This guy did a nothing resembling a four-way stop. That was a fog street there on the right. So it's Mount Hood on the left on the north side of Bonanza, and on the right side it becomes fog. No warning, no nothing, just boop. Here you go. You're on a new road now. Congratulations. Drive up here to Hollywood Boulevard and go straight. What What is this in the middle of the road? Because he broke down. That is... wow. I don't know. If I know 7-Eleven man the way that I think I do, we might get an answer as to what exactly that was. Some sort of truck. This is Hollywood Boulevard, the last major north-south artery here on the east side of town. Traveling all the way from the south gate of Nellis Air Force Base all the way down to where it dead ends into the desert, the middle of the desert, south of Desert Inn Road. They're supposed to be connecting it down to Galleria Drive at some point in Henderson to allow for seamless transit between here in the northeast part of town and Henderson, but it has not occurred. And last we went down there that way, we did not see anything resembling construction or expansion of a roadway. This is the Mormon Temple up here on the left. The 6 steeples up there. I'll make a left and turn in here real quick. It's open to the public, so you can pull in here when it's open, when the gate's open. I'm just going to turn around, but I wanted to show it to you here. Not pushing religion on anyone, and I'm not a Mormon, so don't worry about that. I just think it's a pretty cool looking building. Apologies for the noise there. This thing is not sticking. It's on a magnet, this magnet bracket, and sometimes the phone just doesn't want to cooperate with popping on the magnet there. Attached to the windshield. These homes here, newer, not much in the way of yards. And then up here, closed in perpetuity, it seems, indefinitely. There used to be a trailhead up here for Frenchman's Mountain. People used to love coming up here. However, the car thieves had different ideas. They would come up here at night and they would go up Los Feliz Street, which is what this roadway is here at the eastern end of Bonanza. And they would drive the cars up there and just park them, dump them right up here, strip whatever they wanted out of them. Or if they were joyriding, they would just park them there, and that was it. So the county decided, okay, well, we're going to stop that from happening, and we're going to kill everyone's joy here. So that's what they did. They put up these barricades. You can see Clark County Public Works, CCPW there. And so no one can go up there and enjoy anything. It's always the few bad apples, right? Unfortunately. So we're going to make a right here onto Los Feliz, show you the up and down of this roadway here. And this roadway is in really, really bad shape. You better have a good suspension on your car if you're going to come in here. Brand new home being built right there on the right, though. This is Beverly Glen we're crossing over here. Then we'll go straight back up. It's a lot like a lot of the cities on the West Coast, right? Some of these hills that just go straight up. Fazio Drive. I'm thinking about San Fran and Seattle, LA. That's probably why they keep the roadway in such poor condition, so no one can just go flying up and down here. It'd be like a roller coaster. But you're gonna tear your car up if you go too fast down here. And then up here on the left, we have this really fascinating looking home. Asian architecture there with the blue barrel tile roof. Really fascinating, I think. It looks kind of like a Benihana. They used to have one in Fort Lauderdale that looked like that, down there off of Commercial Boulevard, the Intercoastal Waterway, if you're familiar with the area. I want to say thank you all so very, very much for joining us. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube and on TikTok if you haven't already. It helps recommend us to other viewers on YouTube and TikTok. It also helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other viewers. Also, check out our shop section on YouTube. We have some awesome merch available for you, for yourself, for your significant other. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Dawn channel, it's the journey. Before we sign off, show you the view here from East Stewart. That is downtown Las Vegas up there. Really, really cool. Thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you next time.